throw it in the towel, then you back and sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with a childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old, and following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks, and tell the young ladies they should save the sex, and tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really, really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on.
Into the black light, exit the madness.
Oh!
Yeah. Into the black light, exit the madness.
Yeah, you might want to start paying attention on this next verse.
You akin to the black light, exit
Give me your attention for a minute. Damn. Come on. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. A top secret message got the president's attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on the get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt you to remember that I walk with the king of kings inside me. Just like the root in India, I read. I volunteer, no, the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fiery. We have no time for those that be acting grimy.
Yeah, I get it.
You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you're free, your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen. Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Calypso, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes. Bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And would you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat? You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the idle cats. It's deeper than taps and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoil brats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this, man. Yes, sir. I can't carry my boys that chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, I need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you gonna work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So little knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said, I'm hot like...
I just realized Big Dog OG Philly. Big Dog Philly OG was on live. But I'm going to read regardless.
You gotta stop for working on the fly by the end of the night. I'll take this music, yes. What is it, private demand to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night. I'll take this music, yes. What is it, private demand to gain the world and lose your soul? Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demanded. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media bandit. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more time in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There'd be many that stand whenever I rip. But it's devastation whenever I spit. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits. Straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool. Hope you can see by the end of the night. I'll take this music, yes. What is it, private demand to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night. I'll take this music, yes.
That's it.
Ancient tiny secret now. Yes.
Everybody's like, yo, man, you got to bring that clone so we can go ahead and whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like, yeah, I just finished up. Just finished it today, y'all. Be taking it out there. I'm going out tonight. I got some tracers. So this right here, Vietnam. Now I got all, because when I went in the military, we wore the Vietnam, World War II, Korean War. We wore those greens, then they went to digital. But I have all of from the Navy, my green BDUs, which is Vietnam, and I have things that I go to Army Navy surplus. Nostalgia because of my uncle, my father, and somebody's passed away, my brother's father. And so I have the whole shebang, y'all. The helmet, everything. And I was thinking about doing some, we have a place where they have trees and stuff like that, and little jungle-esque looking. I was thinking about doing some portraits, with the old Army tan towel around the neck, Lucky Strikes. I got a thing of imitation Lucky Strike, you know what I'm saying? Cigarettes. I got the old barrel oil. It's the real one. Some of y'all might have seen. I actually used to use it. I have the barrel oil that goes up into the little, into the pockets of the helmet. I got Killjoy and Peace, but not Peace, but it ain't. I got the beads, real Vietnamese beads. Yes, of course, I have the old original jungle boots. I have tiger gear. I have the tiger camouflage as well, but that would be more or less, recon, stuff like that. But I have the greens that we used when I was in the Navy, because boy carriers, the ordnance, and guys and all of us, we wore the green BDUs. We didn't wear, dungarees like we do, and scrub decks and all that. Chemicals, we wore coveralls, like blue coveralls. We didn't wear that with y'all, the Dixie cap and all that crap. No, we wore BDUs, and you see they wear them now, right? Yeah, okay. I think across the board, all the military wears BDUs. Yet, nostalgia-wise, we wore the bell bottoms, and which is the inmate, the prison shirt. I mean, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I even have an old gray Dixie hat, Dixie cap. But I'm thinking about doing that, going and having a couple of friends of mine who also into that era. I'm not a warmonger, y'all know that, but there is nostalgia when your family is war. I mean, when I start telling my story, all of it, y'all realize like, oh, damn, you know, and I am no different from any of them. I can actually see. So yeah. So that's, and I've got the actual, I have an actual Vietnam era strap to put on it too. So I have the bayonet upstairs. So right now it's just like, it's empty mag. You know, you see, we're going to read Heaven Bearers and Witch Call. I just want to make sure we get enough people in. And I was hungry. Like I said, I was very hungry. Oh my God. On the res, they don't know how to cook. I make lamb chops. Oh, these are lamb chops. From the res. They're not greasy. They're not overcooked. They're not undercooked. They're perfect. Not with black salt. Black salt is something different. Hawaiian black salt is different from black salt. Oh my goodness. And I'm not a big meat. Y'all know me. I like fish. But I had these. I was going to hook them up with Brother Rondo and whoever else came. You don't take something, unfreeze it, and freeze it again. Oh my goodness. Tender, melt in your mouth like butter. For real. Man, sorry. I already blessed it. I hate the word blessed, but you know what I mean. Well, I can't eat all of it. But I eat my cabbage. Bellissimo. Oh my goodness. Anyway, my other two builds, I might show them this weekend because when I'm taking my time. I already got the D10 pins and everything in. I just got to put the triggers in. I got one drop in, guys, and the other one is one that I bought online over at the store. Some time ago, I had it for like, man, maybe over a year. And once that item was coming, I just didn't put it in because they'll tell you the triggers I use. You know, when Ocelot's talking 3 pounds, I'm talking 1 pound of pressure. If that. And the reset, right there. So, I guess we'll go ahead and get the reading. We got like 5, we got 7 lights. We'll go ahead and get the reading out. Maybe we can get, like I said, there's still about, I ordered a bunch of books. I added 6 more. So it's about 20 more books to buy. And I'm looking at other books to add, but I'm looking at it from another site. Well, I look at the books and then I see what sites pull up. And you know, I found another book site, so it's not just Abe and Thrift Bookstore. There's about 3 others. Walden Bookstore has a where they actually, I don't know if it's on Etsy. I gotta go back and read it because they have a lot of books that I like that are not on Amazon. Abe Book probably utilized some of those old books from out of there, and a lot of library books and old retainer books. You know what I'm saying? So some of those are the ones I get because they have like college stuff in the back. You know what I mean? Some stuff redacted, but you know it was at a college. I'm excellent shape. But maybe this Friday. Don't even ask where we're at. The sisters, Baby Girl Slaughter, my baby girl Snoo, help us get all the books I just ordered. They were able to take 300 plus the 250, the 260, and the 175. I was able to match that and order all these goddamn books you see rolling in. Okay? Because of them. Okay? And then Trauma gave 30. A brother, what's his name, just gave 5. And what you gave got 25. He hit it with 5. So right now, we're looking, you can do the math, but I guarantee you the books, the 20 books, yeah. Let's see, 3 of them. I read the numbers before. 40, 45, 40. I'm not going to open up Amazon because every time I do it, I go to Instagram and it seems like the further I get shadow banned and more of that crap is popping up in the books I'm looking at. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. They really got it weird. So it's about me matching it. About another $125. $175 with $325 plus mine, because 3 of the books are like over $40. It's $20, and then there's some books that's 14. I read them to you. 21. They add up when you got $20, and I'm looking at 6 other books. So it's an ongoing process until everybody watching ads. There are more people subscribing, and I appreciate it. And I can get rid of the Cashapp. Super chats are important as well. They do add up. I super chat everybody. If they have super chat, if you got super chat and you're doing a live, I'm hitting you at least $5 to $20. It's common courtesy. Anybody could tell you who has super chat. Yeah, Red, and they don't super chat me. I don't care. It's just the way it's. I live by what I say. Yeah, UPS. That's FedEx. Anyway, I appreciate it. It's with all love. And you see, I can't wait to read Path of Souls. I was actually sitting down once I put that together, and I did a little lube job. I made sure I had an empty mag. This is an old mag, and so I slapped it in there for aesthetics. And so I'm taking it out tonight to go and make sure it's a run. Well, I know the lower is a worker and blah blah blah. I have to put the lower. I have to break it in. So I've got to put at least 200. So that's what I'll be doing this evening, and using some heat because I'm gonna put some traces to it. But Path of Souls by Gregory Little. I enjoy the read. I'm not saying everybody will. I cannot say there's something to gain or not gain from it. You know what I mean? No, actually they don't. It goes right into my, it actually builds on my 100 every month that I have to pay before I get even. Last month I got $35 because only one person super chat, and they don't get none of that. They get $100 off the top. After the $100, I get everything after that. That's why I ask y'all to watch the goddamn ads. But y'all choose to be ignorant. Y'all choose to be niggas instead of being brothers and sisters. Y'all do not watch the ads. I know you don't. I can look on and see who watches the ads. Y'all, if the 30 that come, if you watch the ads, it would tighten it up. But you don't watch them. Excuse my language. And I know because I can see. I don't know what that's all about, beloveds. But yeah, it just makes no sense to me. I'm not going to attempt to make sense of it too. Snow baby, you didn't have to. Baby girl, love you, but I appreciate it. I like to see the brothers, step up. The sisters, even when they come through, they slap. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh wow, $5, $10. We got brothers, man, who hit me off with $4, $2. 99 cents is a blessing. You know, I mean, I hate the word blessing. Y'all know it don't mean what they say, but it's blissness. It helps. That open house, people think I'm gonna get rich when I sell everything. I'm like, no, I'm selling like $800 stuff for like $200. Like, I'm just getting rid of stuff to go. I'm gonna start swinging a pickaxe. I'm gonna start digging a shovel. And when I get going, y'all might be talking about he's red foxing. Just give me some damn tea and some dandelion tea and lavender, and just let me keep going because I'm like that. And there are people who could tell you. I can't speak on certain things, but not everybody's above the ground. Okay? In Philly, in Boston, in Las Vegas. Not everybody's above the ground. Anywho, so I wish, Rondo, when you come up, is this weekend? Or is it next weekend? When you come up, Those of the Humanity, brother, we're going to have a good time. And I forgot, did I give you, the Tannerite was in the car. I didn't send you off with Tannerite, right? Well, I bought that box with the 6. We got the big 1-pounders. I think we got some 2-pounders upstairs. And then I got a whole box, like double, about 24 of the half-pounders. So, and then, the ones that we didn't even use, that's loose, like 3 or 4 of those, when it was me, you, Trauma, West Side was here. We didn't even light them all up. So, I could have gave you those just, in the mixer container because I got a bunch of those. So when you come back, make sure that you take some, just even set up if you want to set up, however, or just to have it. Because once you mix it, you got to use it. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay. Well, that's what they say. It's not the truth. We'll have that conversation. But yeah, let me go ahead and get into the reading, okay? Because I know you guys, it's been a minute. Rhonda was up here. I didn't read. We did some lives. I read a little bit of stuff. I shared some information. I was really looking at a lot of things. I wasn't going to share that about that knucklehead. I'm not saying it in hate. People get that way because our people are broken. So there's no hate. It's like a pain that we need to go away. The most terrible part, without being so coded, you know what's got to happen. Y'all know because you understand the Torah or the Bible. Man, not religion. You know because you feel what's right. You sense it. It's hard to grasp it because we are allowing ourselves to live in lies and allowing lies to run up on us and because there's no unity. I'm attempting to bring unity. I'm not saying wear purple sweatsuits and yellow sneakers. I am not saying running around naked and put shells and conchs in your head and all that retarded stuff. I'm damn sure not talking about open up the Bible and read it there. I know. I am saying within you, there's a repository of information that is selectively individual to each and every one of you. I cannot convey what yours is. I cannot give you mine. Yet I can assist in walking you in that space. That's all I can say. I don't care what crayon color you is. Somebody would say, but that's cult-like. No, what's cult-like is going to school and trusting doctors, and not all police are good, and trusting government. That's a cult movement. Make America great again. Make orthodox good again. If they want to get into this language, which is just a spillover of a bunch of rhetoric of our ancient, listen, they didn't create this language, y'all. They made a perversion of it like they do everything else. This language is your language. Regardless of what you think. From perfect to made imperfect. To bring in a Babylonian narrative. Even that's perverted. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to Exposing the Expositions of 1851 to 1915. Revised 2021 edition from his 2019 by Honey Mikowski. Y'all know that they changed this. That I actually found a painting of the original one. I got to go way back into the pictures and pull it out, okay? So they did a lot of changing to make not just a whitewash, but to create a new white supremacy thing that never existed. And they did that in the 1800s. Yes. They created the fake white supremacy thing in the mid to late 1800s. It never existed. And it was used out of context. They changed the face. It was a melanated woman. Big lips and everything. They had scaffolding. It's all, if y'all go to the site, you can see it. So let's get into it. Did I lose the page? No. Okay, it's good. Just want to make sure. We shows you the court of honors. So we're in the White City. The exposition covers 690 acres, 2.8 kilometers. That's like 1 point something miles, if I remember right. Had 200 giant buildings. Again, all supposedly temporary. 200 giant buildings. And had canals and lagoons. More than 27 million people attended the exposition during its 6-month run. There were only 62 million in the entire United States at the time. Granted, many would be repeat visitors, but still, where did all these people come from? And why were many fairgoers given things that seemed like modern passports as their entrance? Without an Eiffel Tower, like Paris, Chicago's new entrant was the first Ferris wheel and a long parade of entertainment called the Midway. The exposition was an inspiration for many, including the author of The Wizard of Oz, L. Frank Baum, who was part of it. That's why he based it upon what they were going to do and was foretelling. This is what they do about the EIN, the gold roll, which you walk on, which is yours, what they tread upon, the fake wizard, the Zionists. You know what I'm saying? Hidden, the Oompa Loompas, who they really portray. You have the cowardly lion. You have the Tin Man, the tin, with no heart. To the straw man, with no brain. And the coward who wouldn't fight for his life, right? And Dorothy. And then what they have, they say Toto, the totem, the exemplary thing. And then they have you believe that they killed the wicked witch when they killed the good witch that was protecting the narrative before they were able to freely steal away all your rights. Anywho, yes, L. Frank Baum, who modeled his Emerald City after Chicago Expo. The fair opened on May 1st and closed October 31st, October 31st. It was supposed to open in 1892 to celebrate the 400th anniversary of Christopher Columbus' voyage, which everybody now knows that's a lie. We were visiting, you know who, you know his name, on several to 17 occasions over there. Yes, not Mongolians or Mongols, but melanated people. That's when I shut Native Americans down. I'm like, well, we were visiting, and I say the correct name. Well, where were you? To celebrate the 400th anniversary of fake Christopher Columbus voyage, to which didn't happen. But the slow building process pushed it back a year. Oddly, the fair was still officially opened October 21st, 1892, with something very strange. They had 100 young school children reciting, for the first time, the Pledge of Allegiance, lined up in what Wikipedia calls military fashion. The pledge was written by Francis J. Bellamy, specifically to bring national attention to the fair and the first national Columbus Day holiday. So you know it's a lie. Everything is stolen. Thus, the United States Pledge of Allegiance, it was used to be the Pledge of Allegiance, American Pledge of Allegiance, but anyway, is actually tied to this fair. But the lie of Columbus, and listen to what he says here. Thus, the U.S. Pledge of Allegiance is actually tied to this fair, and the lie of Columbus and all the symbolism that he stands for. There would be no closing ceremony in October 1893, as just days prior to Chicago's mayor was assassinated at his home by a man supposedly upset for not getting an exposition job. In a sense, this fair opened and closed with two odd ceremonies: the cheering during the Pledge of Allegiance, and at the other end, a political assassination. Referring to the fair as the White City got a lot of people upset, for many felt it was not really a nickname to describe the fair, but the ideas behind the fair. Almost immediately, Black activists claimed that there were no African American exhibits. That is a lie. The term was never used back then. Never. Do we need to go back to Boaz? And so this is the stuff that I write to this individual. Okay, because he's got this from a new source, Wikipedia, re-updated based on 2019 to now, 22 and 21. Are influenced in any area: Frederick Douglass, Ida B. Wells, Irving Garland Penn. None of them ever uttered the words African or American in one sense. And Ferdinand Le Bonnet Carthrud, a foreign, a Frenchman, a Creole, and by the new narrative, a pamphlet entitled The Reason Why the Colored American. That is a term utilized, not Black nor African, none of it, is not in the World's Columbian Exposition. Eventually, some Blacks were included in small ways: a sculptor, a painting exhibit, At this time, racism and segregation in the United States, particularly in the South, was rising to new levels, which had been lessened at the end of the Civil War. It wasn't a civil war, people. And there was no racism. That came by foreigners coming to this land with the bloodlust of killing off the people in Europe, Russia, Germany, all them different places, and China, and so on. And they came here with the same bloodlust. I'm just waiting for an idiot to come and try and fact check me, and then I'm gonna wear their behinds out with information that I am not sharing here. Well, it's in Arthur Kessler's book. When you look at the correct time frame, it's in some of the new books coming out by certain Republicans who are actually profound writers, and they actually know who we are. So I would love to see one of these little monkeys jump out the box, come with their little emotions. Ain't build or invent nothing. Just argue and fight. And worthless at that. You would think all these years of fighting they'd be decent. So let's get into Heaven Bearers. The Great Reset of 1834 and the Mud Flood. I left y'all at a wonderful cliffhanger. My apologies. Janine Helen. I believe Baby Girl Slaughter about this. I know Snoop did get a couple of books, but this one right here, you've got to have it. I believe she might have it. That's her in South Africa. It's a bigger picture if you go to her website. Okay? Just put in Janine Helen, Heaven Bearers, and get her websites. Okay? So let's get into that. I'm going to pick up right where we left off. She looks out ahead, and there is a massive body of water, but it is not blue. It is not any color at all. How can this be? She climbs out of the river and picks up a pebble and throws it into the body of water, and it dries up suddenly, leaving millions of these golden fish to wriggle in agony on the riverbed. She picks up a single fish and takes a good look at it. Take your friends and swim downstream, she orders it. And one by one, the fish push themselves along the dry ground towards the river and throw themselves back into the clear water to which she stepped. She doesn't understand what is happening, but she isn't afraid. La-di-da-da-la-la. She starts to hum along to the tune and strolls over the dry lake floor. The dry pieces of sand crunch under her weight, and she enjoys the sound they make. She has only been walking for a few minutes, but she has already reached the opposite side of the lake, and she stares back to where she started, and it looks to be over a mile away. Sounds familiar? Everything that is happening around here is defying logic and makes no sense at all. She looks around and then decides to carry on walking, but she suddenly can't go any further. There is nothing but a big stone wall with rough edges right up in front of her, and it appeared out of nowhere. She can't go back. The walk is too far, and the wall is too high. She doesn't know what to do or where to go, and she is running out of patience. I am getting tired of the games, she shouts across the vast nothingness, and hears how her voice echoes all around her. What is expected of me? Someone just tell me so I can do it. I'd like to get back to my husband now. There is no answer, and she stomps her foot hard on the ground and sighs out loud. The earth begins to shake violently, and black roots force their way up from the ground and grab hold of her legs, and she cries out in pain as they grab hold of her. I feel this. Why can I suddenly feel pain? She reaches down and tries to free herself from the stronghold that they have, but she can't hold on to them. They are slipping out of her hands like jelly. She clenches her fists as tight as she can, and she screams, "Enough!" Everything goes quiet. The roots disappear, and snow falls from the sky, with just a single snowflake landing on her outstretched hand. Excuse me. She carefully places the snowflake onto her tongue, and she is transported to the flower field that she sees in her dreams. Cassidy is there, and her mother is braiding her hair while she is telling her a story about how the Tartarians joined forces with an evil race called the Phoenicians in order to overthrow their one true enemy. Again, Cassidy is there, and her mother is braiding her hair while she is telling her a story about how the Tartarians joined forces with an evil race called the Phoenicians in order to overthrow their one true enemy. Who would that be? But mommy, why must we hate them so if their hearts are so pure? Cassidy asks, confused, and pulls the petals off a dainty purple flower. Kind of sounds like Wakanda. Dragon lily? Anyway, but mommy, why must we hate them so if their hearts are so pure? Cassidy asks, confused, and pulls the petals off of a dainty purple flower. I don't know, sweetheart. We are just told to hate them, and we don't question what we are told. Why would we? Our leaders only want the best for us. They would never lie to us. Questionable. She answers robotically. Her response seems rehearsed, and it bothers Bonnie. Why don't they question anything? Everything should be questioned. This is the only way to ensure you always know the truth, she thinks to herself. Father walks up to them and hands them each a bunch of freshly picked flowers. Wow, these are gorgeous. Greenly, thank you, she says, and finishes braiding Cassidy's hair. He sits down in front of Cassidy and touches her soft and sweet face with his big, protective hands. We don't hate them. At least not for long. Your sister will unite us, and she will save us all. He looks over in the direction where Bonnie is standing, and she stretches her hand out to him. Oh, this is when it gets good to me. Her finger tips a longing to feel him for just a short moment. He smiles at her and blows her a kiss. Go now, child. We don't have much time, he says to her, but not with his mouth, the words, rather with his thoughts. Bonnie is conflicted. She doesn't want to leave them. Her heart tells her to stay, but her mind knows she must leave. Cliffhanger. And don't you be in there saying nothing snoo or anything wrong, because y'all heard me read this before. Don't you be in there talking about, ooh, and have them all thirsty. All right? Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that reading. Let me shout everybody out. My apologies again. Oh, Slot, what's going on, beloved? I am Baby Girl Slaughter. I hope y'all enjoyed the read. What's good, Citadel? You already know, T-Hans. What's going on, beloved? Herbo, gotta keep me informed about New York, beloved. You know what I'm saying? Snoo, good to see you, baby. I'm thumbs over there. Thank you, baby. I don't super chat for the fact. Yeah, I know, brother. I know. I get you, but trust me, it comes to me. Yeah, I pay. I have that too. But as far as going live, that's a whole nother dynamic. That's something different. Cool. Yeah, get like 50 or 100 people. Everybody else get thousands, and they able to do everything. But I have to use my StreamYard. I have to reconnect it, so I have to get rid of a few apps on here that I have. So I'm gonna get rid of them. You already, hey, what's up, Rondo? You already got you guys. What's going on, beloved? Yo, HOS Hot Sizzle. What's going on, beloved? Tribe all day. Oh, appreciate it. I haven't yet. I have the hits. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well, you know, when you can get it. And the gods of Eden. Yeah, the gods of Eden. We're going to get back into those with the Hathamathas and all that stuff. You know, there's a reason why I put that down, right? You see what I'm reading, right? Yeah. There's a reason for everything. Benjamin MC, grand elevation, the grand ascension, beloved. T. Hans. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, a little bit goes, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. A little bit goes a long way. I want to handle that. I could do a video, but I'm not going to handle it so they be going all crazy and everything. So I said it earlier, but Facebook, I was watching Red Fox and Flip Wilson. Just a little bit. And I started watching, you know, they got the what you call a slide, the little walk they do and everything. It's a brother from, I think, Mississippi or somewhere that created it. So there's a couple of our people in Africa that's doing it, and they started doing it frontward and sideways. Now he does all that too, the one who invented it. And then there's another little comedy skit. So each one, because they're paid, had an advertisement. The advertisement was straight up pornography. I mean, phallus, the whole thing, everything, right there, whip stuff as long as my look, man. I said, wait a minute. And a lot of people know Instagram is doing that with a lot of. I don't know if they real or not, but women popping out of nowhere. And I ain't looking at that stuff and showing the stuff. Homosexuals popping up with the booties. I mean, you can see the booty, you know, the thing in the mirror. Like, what's going on? This is not hacked. This is the government. This is the government doing it. This is these, because you know they're sick. You know they all sleep with men when they do flower colors and all that. And you know if you read the Talmud, you know it's all right to have a baby and, you know, sleep with 3-year-old girls, babies, and the boys, as long as you're doing them in the backside. This is real stuff. I got all of you shared information. They're the only ones doing this crap who brought that perverseness to this land. Like Hitler pushed it out of Germany. Did y'all know that? These things are sick. All right. And I reported it 2 or 3 times. And so I said, oh, so they're not going to do nothing. It kept happening. I watched 2 more skits. You just scroll down. And I said, you got to be kidding me. So I screenshot him and says, look what Facebook is doing. And right off the back, we're restricting your account. Y'all showing y'all emotionally. Oh, so I found a chink in your armor. I don't care about Facebook, Instagram, or none of that. I don't care about this. It has no control or sway over me. The shadow banning people who tell the truth, because that shows how weak they are. The truth is going to get out regardless. And this is what shows you how weak they are. The people that they murdered, the information is still getting out. They feel like they stopped something else. They didn't stop nothing. They believe that they're slowing something down. They didn't slow down anything. Everything has its own time. They are against order. Order has a way of working things out for those who believe in this narrative of work and all that. So all they're doing is just being dumb. But you got to remember, they're doing perverse things to a lot of people who are very innocent. And they believe they're powerful because they're doing it hidden. While they do things to you, poisoning your food, your water, yet it's coming out. You can't make this stuff up. Yes, I can still post the stuff. And then I sent an appeal because I wanted to give them one final warning. And after that, I do what I have to do. Not here to stop nobody. But they won't play with me. I appreciate y'all. I don't want to hear no more goddamn excuses. I appreciate that too, beloveds. All right? So you know I've researched everything. You know I know everything about YouTube's platform. Everything. All them copyrights, I didn't know. Just holding the thing would get So I read everything. Y'all even saw this old post I made showing all of their information. That's what happens when you go to law school and all that stuff, and you study people. You read everything. So when I realized every month there's $100, that's why they want to block and they want to keep that down. That's why a lot of people are going to Rumble and all these other places. I'm not here to I just wanted to buy books. I mean, I could have been just doing 2A and loading videos every day and have 100,000 followers and not tell no story and not discuss anything and be with Cure Meal and all these individuals not going to Kerry Asbury's and shaking up. He got more views on my and a number of other guys who I went on. No. Bro Sanchez and his eloquent of aptitude, he didn't even get a chance to hear what I actually know because of his ignorance and ego. Yet I'm proud that he does what he does. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm not built like everybody. I don't have no ego to stroke. You know, why would I have to have that when I know it more than everybody put together? Why? No need. You see? Nothing to prove. Just in lieu of just discussing it, speaking the truth is the new enemy. And that's even to those who believe. It's better to know. So again, the donations help. And hopefully this Friday, we'll get those 20 books. All right. It's nothing but love. Baby girl, appreciate the super chat. Haven't seen that since what's the name hit me up that last time I'm live. It's nothing but wonderful. All right. So appreciate you guys. And I don't know, we'll shoot for 5 o'clock. Just to read a couple of them 4 lines. They're kind of long. But I think that reading the Constitution is allowing y'all to look at things a little different. Now you got to read it for yourself. Don't take my interpretation. Remember that, okay? Appreciate y'all. It's number love. Number love. Beloved sisters, brothers, you already know. Ganja, can you wait to shoot it, bro? And you know, minds are different. Never like the factory. Yeah. Airsoft, guys. Airsoft. They're getting an airsoft over here. Oh, for real? No, for real. They are. I appreciate y'all. You love my man, chill. Yeah, man. All of them, Tomahawk, Westside, they all been to the range and outdoor and everything. They got the blow-ups. They got to have some fun time. Yeah, the airsoft one is ready, man. Yeah. Ready to be charged up, CO2'd up, and some jellies. You know, I don't want to hurt nobody with the hard pellets. You know what I mean? Yeah. See you guys later, all right?